Hey there everyone, Hitesh here, and let's talk about resume. Call it resume or resume. I will not judge you based on that, but you will be judged based on this. Now, resume is a very interesting and very important part of the interviews. Most of the people don't like to talk about it or even spend time on it, but let me tell you this in very advance. There are two drivers which can drive your interview in the direction which you want. The first one is resume and another one is the question, tell me about yourself. So you want to be absolute in control of where this interview is going, on what path we are driving it. We'll talk about the question of tell me about yourself later on, which is another driving factor. But let's first talk about the first driving factor in which you can drive your entire interview in that direction. Resume are a very important part and you might want to spend a bit amount of time. So let's go ahead and talk about them. First, let's go ahead and talk about this that you need to understand very clearly. Resume is not something that person will go line by line and will understand everything about you. That doesn't happen. People like to spend at a max of just 15 seconds on your resume. So you want to make sure that you understand that it is just a document where people will be just glancing through and will be putting it on the table and will never see. So it's not really a good idea to spend like probably a month on the resume. That doesn't make sense, but it's also not a great idea to not to spend any time on it. And my biggest question to most of the people is, why are you not spending even a day on your resume? It's going to get you a job, so why are you not taking it very seriously? You should take it. People spend months and months to learn a programming language and then a whole lot of months or probably years to understand the development. And in order to prepare these interview and these tricky questions, they spend another 2 or 3 months. But they don't like to spend probably a day or 2 days on the resume. I really don't get it. Why is it so much? I know it is a pain to write all about you and kind of show off your skills, but it is necessary. It's an important part that we do. So make sure you take your resume very seriously. Another thing about the resume, since somebody is just going to be glancing over your resume for 15 second or a 10-second time period, you might want to put your keyword, and your keyword can be in such a way that they are easily visible. So here is a quick thing. Make sure that your resume includes all those keywords where you want to have a job, probably front-end development, probably back-end development, Node.js, Python, some of the machine learning terminologies are related to that. A lot of companies go through with their resume with the automatic softwares, and a whole lot of companies have got these kinds of software. And all these resume that you send them go through with these processing of the softwares, and they pick out the resume which includes those keywords. And they are not really very hard keyword to pick up. You don't need any professional service or a paid service to grab those keywords. If you have really worked on any kind of development, you probably can pick up those keywords very easily. And another thing which comes up is sometimes people say that should I hire a professional service or a paid service to prepare my resume? Now, if you have a budget, surely you can go ahead and do that. But on to top, those services are also going to require to have a resume that you have to provide them. They're going to just polish it and will remove some of the typos. I'm a big typo guy, so probably many of you might be. So they are going to remove all of them and will make sure that your resume is not having that kind of trouble. So if you can afford them, I have no problem at all, but it's not really compulsory. You can go through with that, show it to a couple of your friends and they can point out a couple of spelling mistakes if you are having it, and then that's it. You can just go ahead and do that. Another thing is, at least have 3 variations or probably more to have your resume. One resume for all the companies is not going to work. Some companies are fintech, some companies are educational tech, some companies are totally different startup mindset. And if you have just one resume to fit them all, you are doing an injustice to yourself. Please don't do that. At least have 3 variations of your resume. Surely the variation I'm not talking about have different like your mark sheets or all of them. No, I'm not talking about that. In every single developer's life, you come up with variety of projects that you have done. So if you are applying for a front-end development job, your project should be related to front-end. Your talk should be about front-end. And if you are going to be throwing that resume to all the companies which are on the fintech, your career objective and your goal or your interest should look a little bit on the fintech side. If on the other hand, you are also a seasoned developer on the back-end side, then your project, your resume should look like yes, I'm interested in the backend. I know tech and stuff on the backend side. So at least there should be 3 variations of them. But if you are just focused on getting a front end job, I think then also you should have at least 2 copies of your resume, both of them highlighting a different project, and so that you can talk more about it. And I will talk more on resume in a second video, but I have to give a small assignment to you, which is very, very important. Most of the time, what I have seen in the resume is people borrow a template from either their seniors in the college or from some other friend and just try to modify and edit that and just throw up a whole lot of percentages about their semester and all of them in their resume. Let's understand this fact very clearly. People don't care too much about your attendance. Or your marks as well. They just care that, yeah, it has crossed like 70% or whatever you have crossed. That's it. That should be there on some column, but not as a big highlight. So what I've seen is many times people get these kinds of template for resume, and this, I think there is nothing wrong in that template. It is absolutely fine, probably the best of the best, but I think that you can spice up your resume a little bit more. These days, most of the resume goes through the online email zone. You don't print them out. These are good for printing purposes, but you can do a little bit better. So let me tell you about a company which is based in Australia. I get Berry Hills, but anyways, so this is a very nice company which can solve a lot of your problem. Surely there are many resources online which can generate your resume based on the GitHub and all of them. You probably don't want to use them. Nothing automatic is really good that should derive your entire conversation of your interview. No, that shouldn't happen. Nothing should be automatic in the resume, at least from your side. So make sure you put up your resume as best you can. Now, what I would recommend all of you is, it's a total free service. You can just sign up on Canva. You don't need a pro account or anything. You can go ahead and just write a resume. They will give you resume, professional resume, and all of them. You can choose modern resume, acting resume. They have a lot of that. So let's click on the professional resume. Now they give you some of the templates that you can modify them, and they are absolutely beautiful. Look at this. They have the personal profile, area of expertise, other skills, educational history, work experience, get in contact. And there are a whole lot of templates that they give you, and you can choose any one of them. Which one suits you best? They have no shortage of these templates, as you can see, and all of them are absolutely fantastic. And they are going to give you a little bit of more idea of how things should be more clean, and we definitely can do a little bit better than this. So Canva is not the only service. There are many other services that you can have, and you can spice up your resume a little bit better, and these templates will give you a whole lot of better idea of how to put your things. I will definitely talk a little bit more on resume because I know there are some very interesting and important questions that are in your mind. I will address them for sure. But right now, as a simple quick assignment, I would like to give you is go ahead, edit any of the resume and download a PDF of it. Once you have that PDF, take that PDF onto a computer screen or mobile screen. In the next video, I will give you some check mark points that you can check with your resume and can figure out that how well you have done in your resume. So let's go ahead and catch up in the next video. But before moving to next video, make sure you do this assignment, and then in the next video, we'll be doing the check marking. Let's go ahead and catch up in next video.